Hey, hey, hey!
Hello.
Man, what an eventful night we have had.
Merry Christmas, everybody! It's me. It's your buddy here. You know, we got this new thing set up. You know, we got this fancy state-of-the-art camera.
Yeah. And we have to wave our arms around to get it to focus on us.
Focus on me! Look at this! Look at me! I look like a fool.
You are a fool. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my. That's
This thing
fun.
smells bad.
Did you wash it?
No, I just got it yesterday.
It came straight out of the...
Yeah, but generally you're supposed to wash those things.
Oh, man. So, we just finished a donation special, the Funky Christmas special.
A Funky Christmas special.
And, dude, I'm baffled.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like we had a couple of our favorite artists. We had Zeus all the way from Egypt, and then we had Brittany Oviedo here in South Fort Worth in the Alvarado area. Both of them performed, and we were able to raise some money for our local ACH here in Fort Worth. And we had a goal of 1,000. We almost hit $1,100. So really, really excited about being able to do that. Not just to have the live music, which was really nice.
Very successful.
Successful.
Successful. And in case you missed it, we were trying to keep it as PG as we could. I made one reference at the end of the Funky Christmas special, which was a reference to Top Gun. So I think I'm in the clear.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said the list is long and distinguished. And then I said, so is my Johnson, which is a line
I didn't
in
hear
Top
that.
Gun. Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But it's not true, though.
That my Johnson's long and distinguished, or the list was long and
What's
distinguished?
the opposite of distinguished? Sad?
Sad.
Short and sad?
Short and sad.
Sounds
What-
about right.
what's
Penis
my life?
joke.
We had to get it all out before.
Yeah.
I had to get it all out of my penis.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. We're so excited that you're here with us today. We've got another wonderful show. This is going to be our Christmas or holiday show. So sit back, relax, enjoy. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
the Funky Panther!
Praise be Spaghetti Monster.
What?
Flying Spaghetti Monster.
What is that about?
It's a religion. I don't know.
I don't. All right. I don't know
think
if
it is.
I like this new camera we got. So we got a new camera,
Yeah.
and it does its own thing. It zooms in on people, but man, it zooms on me, and I'm just like, God, that's one ugly fucker.
That's your face.
That
Like,
old age,
good
man.
Lord,
That's what Jesse has to look at.
yeah, but I don't. She loves it for some reason. I don't
That
get
man
it.
is aging terribly.
That man looks like he's 65, and I feel like I'm 85. So
Yeah, but it's all good. We're still playing around with it, but it's cool because it's not just one angle; it's multiple angles. You get a little close up, you get a little far away.
Yeah.
I just want to go out and say another shout out. We did have a very funky Christmas special tonight where, again, we raised some money for our local ACH. But I want to mention some of the local businesses that donated some things so that we were able to raise some additional money. That way we could have a little raffle there at the end. So shout out to Maple Branch Brewing, which we've been 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
this was my first time the other
Yesterday.
night.
Yeah. Delicious beer.
So good.
So good. Really beautiful, like beer garden patio situation there. They've got it all, Christmased up with some lights and stuff on the trees. We also got some gift cards from a Coco Shrimp here on the near south side. So if you've never been to Coco Shrimp, they make shrimp. It's right there in the name, but they also have, it comes with a bed of rice and some salad, and it's a fairly, I don't know how healthy it is. It seems like it's fairly healthy.
I don't know. That rice goes
With the amount
hard.
of butter and
There's got to be
garlic and all
some,
that
yeah,
stuff, it can't
there's got to be a lot of butter on
Bro.
that rice, but it's delicious. Either way, it's delicious.
Praise be. Praise be.
Quit saying praise be. What is this, a Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
What's happening?
We also had Consuelo over at Chili Gummies give us a little gift pack with some chili gummies. We ended up buying a bunch ourselves.
Yeah.
I
just
cut my
because-
finger.
That
Don't. Come
Okay.
on.
I cut my middle finger.
He did cut his middle finger.
But that was not anybody's fault other than you were told not to pick up the glass.
Yeah.
I was being a gentleman.
Well,
I didn't want
hardly.
her to. Like,
She didn't have
She
to.
said multiple times, don't touch the glass.
She's like,
don't touch the glass.
I'm going to go in and I'm going to get somebody to sweep it up. It's fine.
And then you individually picked up each shard of glass. So that's really on you, buddy. But regardless, we got a bunch of really good chili gummies, which are fantastic stocking stuffers. You can follow her at Chili Gummies on social media. We also had 817 Vintage Hype donate a shirt.
the homies.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a pretty baller shirt. Like it's straight
legit.
fire.
Yeah.
Straight fire.
I fucks with it.
Oh, man, what am I supposed to say?
Nothing. You just don't say anything. And then we had us. We gave a little swag bag that had a shirt, some koozies that our friend Christy made. Shout out to Christy. And then some stickers. So
She made a great spread for us too, with cookies and little mini cake balls. It's so
so
good.
delicious. She is
so good.
She's a very, very talented lady.
She is.
And we are thankful to be friends with her.
yeah.
Absolutely. We're actually also thankful for everyone that donated. Everyone that come on, camera, look at me. Everyone that donated and listened to everything going on. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to ACH. We're really glad we were able to donate. We're gonna be able to donate so much money. Other than that, what else do you guys have to say?
I think you did it.
Yeah, I think you
wrapped
covered
it up.
everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks again, everybody. So this episode is going to be all around Christmas, right? Like the holidays,
Yeah.
the Christmas season. We weren't able to do an episode last week because we had been preparing for this a very funky Christmas special, and so this one's coming a little bit late, but we appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We had planned this early. We wanted to make this a big deal. We needed to focus all of our time on this because it really did mean a lot to us, especially during this time, during the holidays, when people are without. We did a really good thing. Thank you so much.
So since the last episode, we had on the last episode we had hemp. We had sage from the hemp Texas hemp cultivators.
We had hemp from Sage.
I mean, you're not wrong. We did have hemp from
we
Sage.
had hemp from Sage, but we had Sage on from Texas Hemp Cultivators. Really, really cool stuff that we talked about. Very good for me. I was able to nerd out talking about the farming stuff and talking about like his whole organic thing that he's gotten over there, like pulling in some like waste from other companies to be able to use that. It's really cool. But not only that, but he had us over to the farm that same week. And so that weekend we went over to the farm. Okay. You're having too much fun with the camera. So we went out to the farm, and we were able to help him kind of like, prune and pull, cultivate, I guess, get, cut and do everything with the last, 30 or 40 plants that he had there for the season.
Yep. Yeah.
Which was a really cool experience.
It was really cool to actually like be around it. And so I was imagining these big tall stalks of hemp, and
yeah,
I was like,
What you
man.
see in the movies.
Yeah,
So it's like,
and, and this is not. It's really tiny little pots, and but the grow operation itself is pretty cool. What he's doing with a small amount of land.
I mean, for one, it's beautiful. Period. I mean, there's like a sea of green out there. Where what's he doing? He's
cover crops.
Cover crops.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of like radishes and like root vegetables and stuff like that are like this time of season. That way they kind of put back, from what I understand, right? They kind of give back to the soil.
You have nutrients back, yeah.
Right, so that whenever it's time for him to plant hemp again, that he can go in and plant it, and the soil is going to be good for it. So pretty cool. But it was also pretty neat because we really only saw, the greenhouse. The greenhouse, I think he said, is about an acre, and then the land is 2 acres. So I can't imagine, going back out there once he's actually got it almost ready. It's probably a cool situation he's got. But you'll probably hear a lot more from him in the future. We have some really cool conversation about things that may come in 2021. And so we're going to continue that Funky Panther and Texas hemp cultivator situation. Do I need to get it out of just stop?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, man.
It keeps going to me. It's so weird.
I don't understand it. Like, it's obsessed with Javier right now.
So, okay, cool. So that was our last episode and what we've done since. What have y'all been up to?
Just working, finishing up the year, trying to keep track of my pill intake, with my antidepressants. Trying to stay steady.
You have to track those.
I have to take them once a day. I haven't taken them for like 3 days because
That's
I
not
just
good.
forget.
That's
So
not
you're
good.
not doing a very good job.
No, I'm not.
You know what? You know what helps? Set an alarm on your phone.
And I'll tell you what, I have them at work, so it's like sitting right there, and I know I need to take them, but I get kind of caught up with work, and by the end of the day, like they tell me to take them in the morning, but if you miss a dose, take one immediately. But I forget. I forget.
Yeah, so set an alarm. That way it goes off. It's like, oh, yeah, I need to take this.
Yeah, another thing we need to talk about, too, we should talk about. During this time of year, people get kind of lonely and sad. Seasonal affective, what was this? Sad?
Seasonal depression disorder.
Yeah, some of the one of those. Now is kind of the time where you should kind of look out for your friends and hey, just check and see how they're doing. Make sure they're doing okay. Because one never knows.
The time change really affects people.
It does. It sure does.
It gets dark and I don't feel good. And I was talking about this earlier. Usually on this time of year or like around November, I take a trip on a cruise or something like that, and it's sunny and bright and wonderful, and I soak up all those rays that I'm missing from the summertime. And
Who's Ray?
Rays. And I did not.
He soaks Ray all up.
I did not get the chance to do that this year because of COVID, and I'm really feeling it. It's just like I need that recharge. So
yeah, it happens. We all need time to recharge. So look after your friends and make sure everyone's doing just fine.
But moving on to what this episode is truly about, I got a question for you guys.
Okay, can't wait to hear it.
First off, I was reading an article recently.
Oh God.
And I want to ask Chad directly. I want to ask Chad directly. So Chad being a redhead.
Okay, here we go.
So does every freckle that you have? I've heard this, and I want to know if it's true. Every freckle represents a soul that you've taken.
So this is Christmas related. This is holiday related, huh?
No, I just wanted to get this out there and on the record.
You're such an asshole. Yes.
I just want it known that I died laughing whenever we brought this up the first time.
The freckles that I have all been from the souls that I've collected. Yes.
The souls of children.
Now, question number two is collectively, when do you actually celebrate Christmas? Because, I mean, we celebrate, typically Christmas on Christmas Day, right? But
right.
Do you?
Right. You coming from like a multi-parent families, right? Y'all both have products of divorce.
There it is.
There, yeah. Beating around the bush there, huh?
Everyone has multi-parents. Is that what you said?
Multi-parent families. But I mean, so you got to spread your time out. So do you spread it out all on the same day? Do you do multiple days? Do you celebrate on Christmas Eve? Like what, Javier, what do you do?
Being Latino, us Latinos celebrate on Christmas Eve. We don't do Christmas Day. We don't do Christmas ham on Christmas Day,
like midnight Christmas Eve type deal.
No, yeah. So we'll party all day Christmas Eve at midnight. Just eat and get drunk.
So when do you open presents?
Midnight.
It rolls around. It's like it is truly Christmas Day.
I mean, when we were younger, we did it that way. But whenever we got older, we started celebrating Christmas Eve and go to my mom's house Christmas Day in the morning and open presents together and stuff like that. Eat tamales and champurrado and all that good stuff. Get some like a pozole going. Like it's delicious.
Yeah, pozole is like an all day affair, right? Like you start that early and let it.
Even as a kid, with my cousins, we would stay up all hours of night. We'd stay up until like maybe 5 or 6 in the morning and watch movies, eat tamales like all night. It was pretty cool. I mean, especially coming from a huge family.
Like I wish that was something that I did as a kid. Like being from a white family, we didn't do anything that cool.
Why are you
laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Oh, that was a laugh.
That was a chuckle.
All right. So, all right, here's the deal. My parents let me open one present one year, Christmas Eve. Like it happened one time, right? And ever since then, I tried to convince them that was a normal thing that we did, and I wanted to open my present.
He's 34.
Remember
he's 34 years old.
Dude, to this day, I'm still doing it. I'm like, hey, can we just go ahead and open? Like my brother and sister crack up about it because that's the first thing. We come over to my parents' house. We're doing Christmas over there. And what do I want to do? I want to just like dig in and open presents. I am 35 years old.
Yeah, you
and
are.
I still want to do that.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Chad, what about you? Like, how do you celebrate your Christmas normally?
I think it's changed over the years quite a bit because, we've grown up and my brothers have kids and and everyone's got their own family situation going on. But currently, we do Christmas Eve at my mom's house, so we'll hang out and we'll watch Christmas movies. We'll play some LCR and different games. Generally, we'll make.
That's not CCR. He's not talking about listening to CCR.
Oh, okay.
No, LCR is like the little dice game where it's like left,
and then you
right, and you put money in and stuff like that.
And you win, and it pisses everybody off, right?
I lose every time. My mom wins every time and pisses it. She's like, "Let's play," and no one wants to play because she keeps winning nonstop. It's so fun.
Yeah, gambling with your family.
And then we'll generally we usually make Tex-Mex food. She makes some really good chicken enchiladas, and then we'll have tamales or we'll make some queso or whatever. And we'll just have some non-traditional white people food. Really.
I'd like to try your mom's enchiladas.
Well, she makes
Actually, they are really good. I've had them.
I've never had them.
Wonderful.
And then usually Christmas morning we'll go over to Tab's family and do Christmas over there, and then we'll go to my dad's house Christmas afternoon or evening. But we kind of play it by ear each year. It changes. It's kind of fluid because it just depends on where everyone else is. Because not only do we have divorced families, but my stepbrothers and their families have step families. So it's always just this crazy web of how can we make this holiday work? You know what I mean? But that's generally kind of how it goes.
I mean, so typically when it comes to my family and my schedule, so my immediate family, we try to celebrate based off of what my schedule is, because working in EMS, I don't get the privilege of taking Christmas off and stuff like that. So if my shift falls on Christmas, I work Christmas. This year, I actually took Christmas Eve off, and we were supposed to go to Jesse's grandmother's house. She does a big family Christmas Eve every year. And this year, we're not going to be able to make it because, the COVID stuff, where her family's from, they've got a huge spike in cases. They've got several family members that apparently have it. So that's all been canceled, and rightfully so, right?
Yeah.
But we would also have a big family, like my mom's family, which she comes from a huge, she's got six, I think there's 6 of them total, and then they all have multiple kids. And so all my cousins and their families, and so second, third cousins all show up. And we have a house full at my mom and dad's house, which is maybe just under 2,000 square feet. And we probably have 50 people in that house, 60 people. It's ridiculous.
Good Lord. Are you sure you're not Mexican?
Dude, honestly, it's gotten bigger and bigger, and it feels that way. The living room's just packed with people. It gets insane. And we do all the party games where the gifts that are wrapped in the cellophane or whatever.
Yeah, and then you have the mittens.
Or the mittens, yeah. So we do that kind of stuff, and it gets a little out of hand.
Oh, we did that last year. We did that whenever we had the Hallow Christmas or Hallow Friendsgiving Christmas, whatever it was. Yeah. My mom did that for the kids. She did the cellophane thing. That was a lot of fun.
I did that at Abby and Zalima's parents' house a couple years ago, and I've never played that before.
Oh, yeah.
So it's weird because it's bunch of stuff wrapped,
and you're trying to get to it, and whatever you keep,
I've never played that before.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But we usually that family gathering is either the evening of Christmas if it falls on a weekend, or we'll do it on the weekend. And so my mom's birthday is actually the day after Christmas.
Oh.
My mom and dad's anniversary is the day after my mom's birthday. So it's literally Christmas, mom's birthday, their anniversary. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They didn't plan very well.
Carolyn said y'all have a gingerbread house competition.
Oh, is she on right now?
Yeah, she's watching.
Wow. Well, cool.
Jessie talked about her parents did something with matching pajamas. That way they didn't look like heathens Christmas morning for pictures.
Oh,
do y'all do that? Do y'all do Christmas?
Do you take Christmas morning pictures?
No, we don't take Christmas morning pictures. We do generally wear an ugly sweater or pajamas or whatever for Christmas Eve at my mom's house. But we do, and we've continued to run a tradition where we do gingerbread houses, and then we'll do a contest, which I know y'all have seen. We'll throw it up on Facebook, and we'll say, here are the 5 or 6 houses. Vote on the best one, and whoever wins really just gets bragging rights. Is really all
I like
it
picking
is.
the ugly one because they have moxie.
You mean Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew always has the duplex or
Andrew's
the mobile home gingerbread house.
He's got the multifamily dwelling project house. Yeah.
And that's when everyone was like, you know what? I like that one.
It feels real. Like you're like, this dude gets it.
Ours has beautiful candy and Santa coming out the chimney, and his looks like a trailer home. And
Like
he
candy
wins.
cane fence, just chilling there. Looks really professional.
Right.
See,
And then you get like a school bus on fire with like dog shit somewhere.
Growing up, I mean, your family, your mom is super crafty.
Yeah.
Very, very of all the moms, the most crafty.
Yeah, so I feel like
Okay,
I
just because she's on right now doesn't mean you got to talk positively
She's
about
a crafty bird.
her.
That
You can
one.
talk about all the bad things too.
But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like that translates over to all the traditional like fun Christmas things, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't do any of that growing up. It was literally we wake up Christmas morning.
Wake up.
I can't wait to open presents, so we open presents first, then we have breakfast. If it got to the point to where my parents were like, "Okay, you're gonna have to eat breakfast first, and then we'll open," and I'm just like dying over there, right?
You're like, ooh, I hate you, Mom.
I have found now that I've gotten older, it's not necessarily that I am wanting to open presents myself. I'm wanting other people to open the gifts that I got them because I want to see like the joy on their face. So it has transitioned from all about me. I mean, it's still all about me, but it has transitioned from I want to open the presents to I want to see other people open the presents.
It's not quite as fun when you're getting older. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up and I had the different families, it was so nice being able to receive a generous amount of gifts from all the different families. You know what I mean? My dad's side, my mom's side, whoever else, you just get all the gifts. And now as you get older, it's like you're having to give all the gifts. You've got thousands of gifts that you have to give away to all the children, all the family. It's getting kind of expensive is what I'm trying to say. But I still love everyone and the holidays.
Well, we've stopped buying like gifts for everybody, and so we draw names. Just because it gets so many, like you're buying something for, so many different people.
We did that for Tab's family this year because she's got a very large family. She got her 3 siblings, and now they're significant others, and now we got a couple babies in the mix now too, and it's just like it does get pretty big. And so now we get to like really focus on the little ones, and then like one person, and then the parents. You know what I mean? So it is kind of nice. What about you, Javier? How many gifts you have to get for everybody this year?
A lot. Well, because my brother has this thing where he'll say, "Make your list for Santa," stuff like that. And they're like,
how's he say it?
Make your list for Santa.
That sounds like Gil.
But he makes them like, right, dear Santa, I want this, and I was dear Santa, I was a good boy for Christmas. So and so, I want this, I want that, I want this, and he still makes them do that.
But what if they weren't good?
I mean, would you say you were bad?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are you lying? Are they lying? Santa knows.
Well, then they're even worse.
Santa and Jesus.
Those little shits.
Yeah, the little shit Jesus.
No.
No?
The kids. The kids.
I'm just trying to teach these kids. No, I mean, we make them write their lists out. It's easier because then I can just like get on eBay and stuff like that.
So we usually do an Amazon list and just submit that out.
Yeah, you talked about that with Jesse.
Now let me ask you this: when's the last time that y'all actually bought an item from a store for Christmas, like as a gift? Because I mean, for the past probably 5 or 6 years, I've been buying strictly from online retailers, having it delivered to my house, that kind of stuff.
Me too. That's all I've done.
So I went to a store. I'm not going to say it because it'll give away what I got, and I don't want someone who's listening to
Crystals, located off of Altamere.
Hey, they changed their name to Lovers.
Lovers?
Yeah, it's Lovers now.
Down the street from Rick's Cabaret, next door to the massage parlor.
I bought something from a retail store, and I hated every minute of that ordeal. I didn't like going in there. It was crowded. I was having to deal with people, and it's just much easier just to order it online and have it shipped to your house, which I wish I had done.
It is, but it's still important that we shop local when we can. Like you can do a lot of online stuff locally, but I will say that when I can do some local stuff, some local shopping, then I'm going to do that. But I agree, like especially during a pandemic and during all this stuff, dude, Amazon is raking in the money because it just seems to be quicker. It seems to be, hassle free. It's easy to return, and it's also, pretty good price point, right?
I totally agree with you. Buying local would be the way, and typically whenever you go to a local vendor or something like that, you don't necessarily have all the crowds,
right?
Like you would at a big box store, Walmart, Target, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. they're just insane, and it's insane during this time of year. Good for them; they're making in all that money, but I don't like going out in public and buying stuff. Even if it wasn't a pandemic, I still wouldn't want to do it.
I mean,
You just don't like people.
yeah.
That's actually I think we figured that out whenever we did our personality stuff.
disorder
Yeah.
thing.
The cool thing about like shopping local, I mean, there isn't like a lot of people, like a lot of traffic.
Right.
They're busy. They're getting a lot of sales. But like the Chile gummies, for example, like, I mean, they had the little market outside of TMP Tavern, A17 Vintage Hype. We just walked up to the store.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
All the places we went to like Walmart, you know, and that was kind of,
That was insane.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
we went to Walmart for sandwich stuff, right? But
yeah.
then we went to all of these places. We went to Maple Branch, which gift cards. Gift cards kind of stink sometimes. I used to think that gift cards stunk because you're not actually getting a gift, but realistically, you're getting something that you can do in the future, like an experience, whether it be a restaurant you love or a bar or a brewery or whatever. You can get a gift card and go back, and
Right.
sometimes that's just as good, if not better, depending on who you're shopping
especially
for.
if it's a local spot too, because you're helping them, but you're also going to try something new.
So,
Yep.
speaking of buying things for people, I did some searching, and I wanted to find a list of some unusual Christmas gifts that people will actually love. And so I want to run through this list with you guys and see if it's stuff that either you would like or stuff that maybe your friends, family might enjoy. Okay,
You're my friend.
so there's 25,
I
and
tolerate you.
let me see if I can. Where is that? Okay, let me start the gallery. It's a gallery, which I don't like those, but whatever.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Okay, so I think this is pretty cool. Personalized whiskey barrel,
That's expensive though.
$85.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
whole
not that
barrel?
expensive.
It's
yeah.
one of those. Yeah, it's a
Empty.
It's a small.
It's
yeah.
an empty barrel.
It's not full of whiskey or like
You mean
beer?
at Jack Daniels,
No.
you could actually buy a full barrel
Yeah.
of whiskey, and
Yeah,
they'll
like-
bottle it and put your name and stuff on it.
So, looking for a clever gift to give a whiskey lover that isn't just a fancy bottle. This personalized barrel will allow them to quickly age their own choice of bottle.
so a small one.
Yeah, it's a small one. Yeah.
Yeah, those are great.
So small one, pour whatever whiskey you want or like. So it'd be cool. $85 for that. Then throw in, another, $50 or whatever for a bottle of whiskey that they might like, and they get to age their own and go,
Which is kind of cool because that kind of puts them in the process themselves, right? Like,
Right.
because, they age whiskeys to a certain extent, and then you might pay based off how long it was aged, but you can put it in the barrel yourself and then see, I'm sure it has like a stopper or something you could pull a little off here and there, and then like see how it progresses over time. That'd be kind of fun.
So this one, and I see two of our friends liking this gift. Okay, so I'm gonna say what it is, and I want you to guess which friend would probably enjoy this. But
Okay.
it's Taco Cat's space iPhone case. It's literally a taco with a cat.
Andrew.
Andrew would love that.
Yeah.
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 I honestly I could see Jessica Yarborough.
Yeah, for sure.
Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat.
That is true.
Well, this is Taco Cats, so that doesn't work. Sorry, you're wrong.
Fuck you.
What is that? Scat tacos?
Now,
Fucking gross.
this one we should have thought about getting because it's only like $31.
Okay.
So, hidden face personalized cushion. So it's like a sofa cushion with the sequins.
Yeah.
And if they're down one way, you don't see anything. But if you run your hand up the other way,
There's
it's
a face.
boom. Yeah.
It's only $30
$31
with a face on it.
yeah. You
Dude,
can
that's genius.
dude.
You guys send me that link.
We ought to do that for one of our Funky Panther giveaways.
Dude, I'd do it with just the Funky Panther logo. Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
Well, I'm talking about with our faces.
Oh.
Okay, so
One of those beautiful photo shoots from Courtney that we did.
yeah. Now this might be too stupid.
Nothing is ever stupid.
So it's the TRTL travel pillow. It's one of those like things that wraps around your neck and helps support your head.
Yeah.
So is that something that you'd use on a flight? Like, would you personally use that?
That's turtle, right? Turtle?
I think TRTL turtle. I'm guessing it means turtle, but it looks kind of like a turtleneck. I don't know.
I don't really care for those. I mean, they do work, but like flights already get warm enough. And if you're on like a long
Right.
flight, it's like covering your neck and then you're already hot. And it just, I can't sleep with those
I feel
things.
like I feel like I'd have that issue too. And even like I don't typically sleep in the car. Whenever we're driving, I want to be awake so I know that we're gonna die.
Cool.
Especially
Cool.
especially if I'm not in control of the vehicle.
Right.
Who wants to
Then
live
I want to be
forever,
awake,
right?
right?
Terrible.
let's see
flying,
here.
period.
I do have one that's like a memory. It's like this cooling memory foam, and it wasn't as bad, but generally I don't care for
Now,
those.
this isn't something for Chad, but do you know any pickle lovers?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
Tab likes pickles.
Pickle candy canes.
Ugh, God, that sounds awful.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I kind of want to get them and mix them in with like regular candy canes
Are
because
they the same color?
it's like a green and white, so it looks like it would be like maybe like a mint.
Or like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah,
candy
yeah,
cane.
Oh,
I think that'd be a good gag.
what a surprise that would be.
Okay, so
Oh,
so for your Star Wars fans, a Stormtrooper decanter liquor holder. So
so is it
decant-
like a Stormtrooper helmet?
Yeah, it looks like the helmet, and you pour your liquor in there. So that's pretty cool. $32.99 on Etsy. For your rock and roll fan, a rock and roll candle. It's doing the rock. Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of neat. $48.
Oh,
Long distance touch lamp. We need to get this for Zeus.
oh,
What is it?
$170. So for long distance family members, this heartfelt gift will help you stay connected no matter how far away you live. The lamps are connected through an app, so each one lights up when someone taps it.
oh, it's really pretty
but
cool.
We could also just text though, yeah.
Sure, but this
Say,
is
hey, I miss you.
this is but
Hey,
miss you,
sweetheart.
boo, miss you, baby.
but then he'd be like, he
What
would
you
just
wearing?
see it, and he'd be like, oh my gosh, they're thinking of me.
What if he's not home?
Yeah, but he could also see the text. Yeah.
You know, fuck you. I was trying to be nice here.
Sorry, Zeus. We're not going to spend $170 for the technology that we already have in our hands.
Okay. So great outdoors national park candles. So we are all fans of national parks.
Agreed.
So they've got this thing. It says nature lovers and outdoor adventurers alike can get a taste, rather a whiff of their favorite national park with one of these complex scented candles featuring notes of the flora and fauna present on each
How much
location.
are those?
They're $38.
That's not too bad considering like you get kind of a feel of that particular national. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
actually.
So
that's pretty neat.
What they've got in the pictures here. Old Faithful is one of them. Avenue of the Giants and Firefall.
Oh,
There's
cool.
3 of their they have listed.
There's a your mother joke in there somewhere.
Surely.
Your Old Faithful.
What about
Yep, there it is.
so coffee lovers?
Yes.
I enjoy coffee. You like coffee. They've
again.
got this thing called Blue Bottle Coffee subscription, $66. Every coffee lover deserves a pick me up.
$66 a month.
I don't know. Let's see. Give the gift of caffeine with Blue Bottle subscription program, which delivers bags of coffee right to the door. I bet you it's like $66 a year.
How many bags though? 66
It's
bags.
gonna-
Probably
no,
for like a 3-month.
Yeah, it's
deal.
like
I bet
or
you.
maybe it's like a little small. Probably enough for like one pot. A llama butler doorstop. So it looks like a little llama. It's a doorstop.
No, thank you.
$20? No. Okay.
No. Next.
Get kombucha starter kit.
No, I don't like kombucha.
You don't like
Dude,
kombucha.
kombucha's
I like
great.
kombucha.
Tastes like garbage.
We tried the.
It's like a very light sour beer. Is what
we
it
tried to
is.
make our own kombucha.
We made some good
It,
kombucha.
it turned out actually pretty decent. I still have some of those bottles.
I
Which
think we had some for
You brought
Chase's bachelor
some-
party, right?
No, that wasn't
No,
kombucha.
no.
That was like, I don't know, some old beer that we had. No, this was, you had brought tea back from, was it Seattle or something like that?
Yeah, uh-huh.
It was like this really delicious blueberry, all this different
right.
herbs and stuff. Tea.
And we made tea from that.
And it was
Yeah.
good. It was really good.
Dude, I want to go back. I want to go back to that. It was at Pike's Market, and I can't remember what the store's name is, but that place is really cool.
Yeah, that
And
tea was some of the best tea I've ever
you walked
had.
in, you could just smell like all. It was like walking into like a spice shop kind of deal, but it's all tea, and it's just like
I think we put that on one of the beers we made too, and it was really good.
I think we did.
Yeah.
So for one of your more, I guess, spiritual people, Glace Crystal Elixir water bottle. So it has a crystal inside of it, and you fill your water bottle up, and it's supposed to emit your healing energies of the crystals.
I thought you were going to say like a Bible signed by the Pope or something.
Now this
I'm
is
the freaking Pope.
all right. This is something you should get for because you've got fairly newborn babies that are in your family now, right? Tortilla baby wrap.
Yeah, I saw those.
Wrap your baby up. It looks like a freaking tortilla.
Yeah, like a burrito, a baby burrito.
$48. A lot of these are on uncommon goods. Rolling Stones sock box set.
Sock
the,
and boppers.
So the tongue.
Sock 'em boppers.
Suck 'em boppers.
Hit them once and slap them twice. Sock 'em. Is that how it
I
went?
don't know. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about, Tim?
No.
What's your favorite 90s toy, actually? That's a good
That
segment. That'd be, what's your favorite 90s toy?
dude, I don't remember.
Yeah, you do. We talked about this with Kevin.
I don't remember like the 90s what specifically was 90s
The
toys.
one toy I always wanted to get was Crossfire.
I was just about to say Crossfire.
Crossfire!
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'll get caught up in the crossfire.
All those were tops. They were spinning tops that fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and little balls and little things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
remember
like
I had two friends that had it. And I would always like want to go over
I
there and
felt like
play,
that was something
but
that
I
you would
never
have.
got it. I never had it. Yeah.
so. Here's
Why did you not
I had
buy
hungry hippos.
Why didn't you buy Chad Crossfire, Carolyn? Why?
Worst.
Why?
All right, moving on.
So this is the last one, and this one I actually really want this.
Take note, nobody.
Bob Ross heat changing mug. So it's black,
Okay.
and it's got a picture of Bob Ross like he's about to paint, and whenever it heats up, it's one of his landscapes.
Oh, that's cute.
That's so cool.
You would like that.
I would like that.
Nerd.
I like that.
So that brings us to like the unusual gifts. Now, what's a gift that one of y'all have gotten, or each of y'all have got that like really stood out to you?
Carolyn said worst mom ever.
Yeah, facts. There was this one time talking about my worst mom. So when I was a kid, there was a Christmas where we wanted a PlayStation. I think it was the original PlayStation. It had to have been. It was the original PlayStation, maybe PlayStation 2. And there was a few games that we wanted, so we had asked for like a PlayStation and like 2 or 3 games. And so for whatever reason, Mom and Mike, my stepdad, they decided that they would give us just the games. So they bought us the games for the PlayStation, but we didn't have a PlayStation. And so we kept thinking like the last gift was going to be the PlayStation, right? Well, we kept unwrapping and we came to the end of the gifts and the PlayStation never came. It was just the games. We're like, what the hell are we going to do? Like, oh, cool, an avocado. Like, what do you do with a game that you don't have a system for, right? And then my mom's like, she had one gift left and she unwrapped it and it's a fucking PlayStation. She's like, oh, cool, I got a PlayStation. And we were all grumpy, like, how the hell did she get? Does that mean she gets to play our games with her PlayStation? Like we were not smart enough to connect the dots that they were pranking us.
Your mom is
That they were getting
hilarious.
the PlayStation it was ours. It was ours. It was for us, but she unwrapped it, and we were pretty upset about it. So that was a pretty good gag.
Carolyn, you are a saint. That is awesome. It's
a pretty good gag.
That is very cool.
So for me, there's like two things that stand out whenever I was a kid. Was one, the Ghostbusters car.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I got the Ghostbusters car,
Ecto One.
the Ecto One. It had like this. It had this this thing that came out, and you could grab hold of, I guess, a ghost or whatever, and it would draw it back into the car.
Did it actually grab ghosts though?
I tried.
How many ghosts did you catch?
None.
Christmas present, Christmas future.
Christmas past. I tried with Christmas past. I miss Christmas future and present. So it was that one, and then I had this GI Joe. I guess like an armor. It was like almost like an armored personnel carrier. It's like this big car, right? And you could
Okay.
put 2 GI Joes in there, and it had a on-off switch that put it in like either forward or reverse, and it would just drive in a straight line. So I had that, and those 2 items I remember as a kid that I loved. Now, as an adult, one of my favorite gifts that I've gotten, and regardless of it was birthday, I believe, but it was driving. I got to drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
That was so cool. So I really enjoyed doing that.
I've got another one. I was thinking about it. My dad, growing up, he had this like pretty lengthy vinyl collection, right? And I started getting into like collecting some vinyl records probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And there was one Christmas where he gave me everything he owned.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I got like this huge box and I was just like ripping through them, trying to figure out what I had. And man, that was kind of fun, just listening to some music that he used to listen to when he was younger. And then kind of
It was cool that he kept all that.
Yeah, it was. And so now I've got all of those albums in my collection with the stuff that I've got. And so that was a kind of cool gift too. What about you, Javier?
Mine was it had to be like 92, 93. The Super Nintendo just came out. And I think that was the same year because we got a bunch of Ghostbusters toys too. We got like the Ecto One. We got the backpack with with the
nice.
plasma, the proton.
Throw it out on the floor.
Yeah. We had that, and it had a little thing that you step on, and it opened the
Oh, yeah.
the
You
trap.
slide that out, yeah.
We had that one year. That was a lot of fun, and I think that same. We got the Super Nintendo, and we also got the Super Scope 6. You know, the
big gun thing?
the big bazooka,
Yeah.
like the thing, and that was really cool to,
My cousin had
use.
that.
That was crazy, man. Like that was probably one of the coolest gifts. We were kids. We had no idea that we'd be getting that. Also, shout out to my mom and my brothers and sisters. My brother just sent me a video of them watching this. Now I can't say anything bad. So
Thank y'all for watching because we're sick and tired of saying some really, really awful stuff on here.
yeah.
Is that why you were looking at me all weird?
Yeah, I looked up and I was like, crap.
You threw me off there.
No, but I mean Chris, that's one of the more memorable ones. And also because we also got like the Ninja Turtle toys, like the one where you had the ribbon and you put it into the back of the shell.
Oh, yeah, and you pull it out?
Yeah, and it would talk. And
Yeah.
so we always had a lot of fun.
I got a Pee Wee Herman doll like that one year whenever I was around Christmas time, and you pulled the string and it talked. I still have that.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it still work?
I wonder how much it's worth.
Dude, I don't know. It's scuffed up a little bit. It's in the. I still have the original box too.
What?
I played with it.
Why
and
don't you-
the talk
Recently?
box? No, but the talk box when you pull the string, it's like it's sped up. So I wonder if you could somehow like rewind it or
Hey,
whatever.
Jerry!
It speaks so fast, but
What
yeah,
was the cheer's name? Was it Cherry?
I don't know.
I don't remember. So that was the best gift or some of the best gifts or the craziest gifts we've received. What about gifts that you've given?
I have one. It was for what's that shitty Christmas gift? That thing, the white elephant. Was it the one year where we were at Eric's house, Eric's apartment? Was it you that got the Jamie Kennedy?
Yeah.
It was like an open Jamie Kennedy experience, and like maybe a shot of Crown in a bottle.
It was almost empty bottle of Crown. And the Jamie Kennedy experience, like season 2,
It was open.
opened.
I thought that was white
It was
elephant
awful.
was.
Dude, I was like
That's awesome.
done with White Elephant. I was like, this is
The
awful.
look on his face, he's like, motherfucker.
You didn't spend $20 on that shit.
It was free. I got it from 1021 The Edge.
It was supposed to be at least $20.
Well,
Worse.
Dude, I honestly can't remember like a gift that just stands out that I gave someone, to be on, to tell you the truth.
Amanda said she had the Pee Wee Herman doll too.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that had that. Chad, what about you?
So going back to the White Elephant gifts, we went from White Elephant because of, I think it was that year that we decided this is over. We're done with this.
I ruined it.
Javier ruined it for everyone per usual. Let's go to a Secret Santa situation where it'll like not be so bad. Or maybe it's vice versa. I don't remember. But regardless, I had Mike the bike. But at the time, he had still not learned how to ride a bike, which is why we called him Mike the Bike. And he was a grown man. He was like 24, 25. I think he was 25, 26 years old when this happened, because I just started work at the company I'm at now, which I've almost been there 10 years now. So I finally started making money, right? And so I think the max was like, oh, don't spend more than 30 or 40 bucks. But I think I spent like 150 bucks to get him a bicycle, because I was like, all right, here's your bicycle, threw some training wheels on there. And I was like, we're going to teach you how to ride this bike. Like, you're going to learn how to ride a bike. And so I felt like that was one of the coolest gifts, just because it was fun. It was funny. Like, everyone was like opening small gifts. And then I remember coming around the corner with this like big ass bike with training wheels on it. I was like, here's your gift, Mike. That was kind of fun. That was a cool one.
So, did y'all ever have any like Christmas traditions?
We did teach him how to ride, by the way.
Yeah.
I tried to teach him. He wasn't getting it from me. Jesus went over. He taught him, and he finally started. It stuck. So shout out to Mike, who can now ride a bike. I think that bike has since been stolen, but whatever. I mean,
But okay, so do y'all have any like Christmas traditions that your family does?
Eat a lot of food.
yeah, usually that like Tex-Mex Christmas Eve situation with some games and pajamas. We'll usually watch Elf or whatever, and then just eat and maybe have some bevs, some alcoholic bevs, and just hang out. Like, that's the best thing about Christmas Eve, is you don't have a timeline, especially when it's only one family, because Christmas can get so crazy going from family to family to family, and Christmas Eve is just kind of chill. So that's it. Just hang out, pajamas, movies, and food.
I mean, Jesse and I have like pretty much a tradition throughout the month of December is watching, Christmas movies and whatnot. I've got some wild Christmas traditions that might make you be thankful of the Christmas traditions that you have.
Do you have any?
He said eat a lot of food.
Oh yeah,
Eat a lot
that's
of
right.
food.
All right, sorry.
So Japan, all they want for Christmas is KFC. So yeah, forget the Christmas turkey. For many Japanese, traditional Christmas dinner is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What? What?
Due to a combination of tiny Japanese ovens and clever marketing campaign, convincing locals that fried chicken is traditional American Yuletide feast.
Well, don't Jewish people eat like
they do Chinese. A lot of Jewish people do Chinese food on Christmas Eve. Yeah. But this is people convince Japanese people that we eat KFC.
How crazy.
Yeah. Reservations have to be made.
That's a hell of a marketing scheme.
Reservations have to be made to eat at a KFC on Christmas Day.
What?
Crazy.
Yeah. So there's that. Norway, hide your broom. Norwegians believe that Christmas Eve coincides with the arrival of evil spirits and witches. It's only logical then that Norwegian households hide all their brooms before they go to sleep. After all, nothing spoils Christmas quicker than finding your broom in broken pieces at the foot of a tree, trashed by some joy-riding witch.
That's fun.
Now I'm gonna mispronounce this, but Caracas, it's some Venezuelan deal. So in the capital of Caracas, it is customary to travel to the church service on roller skates. Indeed, so widespread is the practice. Many road in the capital are closed until 8 a.m. to provide Christmas worshipers with safe passage.
Okay.
Austria, facing your Christmas demons. In Austria, St. Nicholas has an evil counterpart called Krampus, which there's a movie.
Yeah, Krampus.
And it's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
He is the bad cop to St. Nick's good cop, a demon-like creature with one task to punish bad children before Christmas. Men dressed in devil costumes roam the streets carrying chains and baskets for abducting especially bad children and hauling them to hell. It's certainly one way to keep the kids off the street. Now, so Jesse sent me...
You are going to hell with me, little child.
What is that in the office? Whenever have you been good or have you been impish?
Impish or
Dwight?
Yeah.
So Jesse sent me a video.
Oh wait! Also, by the way, there was somebody in blackface on that episode. I think his name's Black Nicholas.
Yes,
they have a character named Black Nicholas, and he was in blackface, and then he had to text him. Like,
don't show up, because
Jim was like talking about like there's a character there, it's racist, like, look at him.
Yeah, that's a Netherlands thing.
Yeah.
We were
Netherlands
actually,
or Deutschland,
Dutch, because we were in Amsterdam and they were telling us about this while we were like in an Uber going from one place to the other. And it was around Christmas time. It was like early December, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we're trying to cut back on the whole like thing that we've done for years because we've realized that it's kind of racist." And we're like, well, yeah, that's not okay.
Obviously.
That like this Santa's going from door to door and he's got his sidekick with him and in blackface. It's
well,
not
good
okay.
for them realizing that. So Jesse sent me a video of some of the parades they have in, I think, Germany and Austria that are Krampus related.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a goal now. I want to go to one of those.
Are they nuts?
Yeah. So they've got these guys like with like flames shooting out of their horns and stuff, and they're in very elaborate costumes.
Is it like Mad Max? Like
it's insane looking. Like Jessie said, she told me, she said if we went, she wouldn't want to. She doesn't think she'd be able to watch it because they're actually frightening.
That sounds very cool.
So I want to check that out.
So it's essentially a Rammstein show.
Yeah. So Catalonia, they have pooping their way through Christmas.
What?
Excuse me?
Yep. Here you go. To get bizarre, their tradition of...
Where's Catalonia?
I don't know.
Okay.
Chrissy said Dwight was Belschnickel.
Belschnickel, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Tradition of cagatio, or defecating log. Locals in Catalonia create a character out of a log, drawing a face on it and giving it a hat. Then they spend a fortnight feeding it fruit, nuts, and sweets. On Christmas Eve, the entire family beats the log with sticks and sings a traditional song that translates to, "If you don't crap well, I'll beat you with a stick," until the log excretes all its treats. It's hard to comprehend why this tradition hasn't caught on elsewhere.
Is that also a part of the song, what you just said?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying they also...
I don't know why we do this, but we're going to beat this log as shit.
They also decorate their nativity scenes with small pooping ceramic figurines. Usually well-known characters, often drawn from the year's news. The figurines always have their pants around their ankles.
So it's a bunch of, right now, it's like a bunch of Trump.
Probably. We need to look that up.
Okay.
Greenland, a Christmas dinner you'll never forget. Next time you find yourself complaining about Granny's festive Brussels sprouts, spare a thought for the poor tykes in Greenland. Each Christmas, they have to tuck into mattock, which is raw whale skin, and a little blubber.
Okay.
And
I mean, it makes sense.
Kavik,
It's Greenland.
I think it's Kviat, Kiviak, anyways, which is made by wrapping a small Arctic bird in sealskin, burying it for several months, and eating its decomposed flesh.
Holy
Sounds
crap.
terrible.
That sounds awful.
It's like eating a fermented whale in Iceland.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think that's how COVID started, right?
No, it started whenever you came back.
No, it was definitely the Greenland thing. I'm pretty sure it's the Greenland thing.
Guatemala, how clean is your house? In Guatemala, cleanliness really is next to godliness. Locals believe that the devil or other evil spirits live in the dark, dirty corners of your home. Therefore, they spend the week before Christmas sweeping up, collecting rubbish, and then piling everything in a huge heap outside. Finally, an effigy of the devil is placed on top, and the whole thing is set on fire. It's called La Quema del Diablo.
Killed it. You nailed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Man, I guarantee that's
Yeah.
exactly what it says.
The burning of the devil.
The Váyase a la chingada. That means get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
But your parents, I mean, your family's on.
Hi, Mom.
Ukraine, deck the halls with spider webs. So they decked apparently spider webs.
Deck
The
the halls
tradition
with
has its
spider
origins in an old
webs.
tale of a poor woman who couldn't afford to decorate the tree and woke on Christmas morning to discover spiders had covered it in a glorious sparkling web. So it's supposed to be good luck.
And killed her and her family.
Portugal, I feed dead people. During Consola, the traditional Christmas feast in Portugal, families sometimes set extra places at the dinner table for deceased relatives.
So it's kind of like Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's thought that the practice will ensure good fortune for the household. In some areas, crumbs are left on the hearth as well. Italy. So you've been to Italy, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Okay. Where
Spaghetti feast.
that's where Santa's little helper is an old witch. Czech Republic, a pair of matchmakers on Christmas Eve. Unmarried Czech women stand with their back to the door and toss one of their shoes over their shoulder. If it lands with the toe facing the door, it means they'll be married within a year. If it lands with the heel facing the door, they're in for another year of watching Bridget Jones movies.
So basically what you're saying, what? That's not really.
Last part.
That's what it says.
Bridget Jones movies.
I didn't
basically,
write the article.
We're pretty good off with just a Santa and his reindeer, is what you're saying, because our tradition seems a little less radical when you
I don't
compare
know.
it to some of
I
these
kind of
other
like
countries.
Spain's. New Year, new red knickers. So New Year in Spain, it's customary to wear red underwear on New Year's Eve. So
Is that not? Isn't that Christmas too?
I don't know. It just says New Year, new red knickers. So
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure I wear my red knickers.
But yeah,
on-
I
on
think like our
Christmas.
traditions here in the States are probably with
Tree out
Santa and all that are probably best.
I've got some new red ones. They've got these little Christmas llamas on them. I'll wear those.
Christmas llamas.
Yeah.
Save the llama for your mama.
Oh, okay.
Save the drama for your llama.
And your llama for your mama.
The llama for your llama. Your llama for your mama.
Well, that was fun, Tim.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for all those really weird
Fucking weird
traditions
as
that
hell.
I can't remember half of them now.
All I remember was Belschnickel.
Well, the one that matters is Krampus
Yeah.
and the pooping log. I
That
feel
was bizarre.
that is bizarre.
really weird.
So I mean, it's just weird that you start looking in different because you kind of get closed-minded here, being just from here, and you think about like, oh, our traditions are probably similar to what other people do, right?
Yeah.
And then we find out, no, it's not at all.
So do you guys ever watch like Christmas movies during the holidays? I mean, like it's one thing that people watch. Is like,
That's Jesse and I's tradition for the whole month is that we start watching Christmas.
do you watch Lifetime movies? Like
No, I
Lifetime.
fucking hate those.
I'm sure. Does Tabitha like watching those?
She does. I feel like they're all kind of the same because they all have that chick from Full House.
Yeah.
I think about 90% of the Christmas movies on Hallmark have that. What's her name?
Candace Cameron
The older one?
Bure.
Yeah, the older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on like every one of the Christmas
So
movies.
like they each have the same like backstory. Rich woman goes to her old town, finds her old flame who's like a bum, but ends up being like a prince or something, or has like $1 billion
Right.
at the end.
Right.
So she's like, "Oh, I love him. Oh, but he's poor. I can't love a poor man. No, he's a town billionaire." That's how they always go.
Really?
I'm in love with him. Yeah,
You apparently watch a lot of
maybe
them.
you have watched quite a few, huh?
I have. A Christmas wish, a Christmas kiss, the prince, the Christmas switch up, Christmas switch up 2. They're all the fucking same.
Okay, so Christmas movies that you must watch. If you're gonna watch Christmas movie, what are you gonna watch?
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. You're gonna have to watch what else?
Elf.
Elf, obviously.
You got to watch Elf.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Let me think. What else? Die Hard. You got to watch Die Hard. Die Hard is the Christmas movie.
I haven't watched Die Hard this year.
So we watched it. That was like the first one we watched was Die Hard.
Yeah.
We watched the Santa Claus and Santa Claus 2.
Ooh, how about the
Hey,
Santa Claus 3, the
Did you?
Christmas Claus?
So completely forgot about this, and I'm glad that Jesus pointed out the other day in our group text. He's like, I forgot that they named the name of the movie is Santa Claus with an E because of the Santa Claus.
they explained it in the first
well, of course
movie.
they did, but like you don't really connect the dots. Like you.
No,
I mean,
no. They explained it. It's on
Yeah,
the card.
What
No,
they didn't say is this is why it's named the Santa Claus.
No, he says it's the Santa Claus. You read the card. The clause goes around the card.
Right.
That's what it was.
But what Chad is saying though is like whenever you think of the movie Santa Claus, you're thinking it's spelled
Santa
just
Claus.
Santa Claus, and then you
Yeah.
realize it has an E at the
Yeah,
end
it
of
has
it.
an E because of the clause.
yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that it's
right.
kind of like a light bulb
Say that
moment.
again. I'm not wrong.
Christmas Vacation.
No.
I've never seen it.
that's-
I've
that's a-
never
really?
seen it. I've never
With
seen
Chevy
Christmas-
Chase?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Dude,
classic.
come on, man.
I know.
You have to watch it. So we
great
just
one.
watched that last night. So Die Hard. Bruce Willis has been asked if Die Hard's a movie or a Christmas movie, and his answer is no.
What does he
It's-
know?
Listen, he says no. It's a motherfucking Bruce Willis movie.
Of course he does. I feel like we're missing so many Christmas movies.
We
Like,
are.
Wonderful Life. I still like watching all of the old animation ones, like,
So, like
Rudolph and Frosty.
Those kind of
I was never into that.
Really?
Yeah.
You know
Love
what?
those.
What I was into was Mickey's Christmas Carol. You know, with Scrooge, like Scrooge McDuck as Scrooge,
Yeah.
and that's the one I love.
So
like, to this day.
one that I've started watching every year now is The Night Before
Oh, yes.
with
Oh,
Seth
with,
Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, it's so good.
There was another one that had it's also a comedy, and it's like they're in the office and they're trying to make it. I know Olivia
with
Munn's in it,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and they're trying to like keep their company in line or whatever.
Like the Christmas party. Or something
Yeah,
like that,
and so they had this like ginormous Christmas party. We watched that one recently, and I forgot how funny that one is.
Okay, so like
good.
if you look up lists
Find-
of
find the name
top
of that.
20 movies and stuff, I'm not going to go
Office
through all
Christmas
this.
Party. It's Office Christmas Party.
Christmas party. Yeah.
I'm not going to go through this whole list, but if you could guess, what is the number one Christmas movie and it's on almost every list, and I disagree with it.
Elf,
I love Elf.
Grinch. We
Nope.
didn't say Grinch. That one's a good
That's
one.
a good one. Jim Carrey Grinch is really good.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's number one.
It's always number one.
yeah.
And I don't like that
I
movie.
don't have your money. Clarence has his money. He has your money.
It's a number one because it's a classic, and
Oh,
I think
Clarence
there's
is
so
the
many
angel.
better choices out there that could be number one.
No, I mean
Yeah.
it's about suicide. The movie.
Yeah,
He wants to kill himself.
yeah. He's
Because
because
that
he
old
thinks his
Mr.
life is terrible.
Potter,
Yeah.
that Mr. Potter stole the money.
But Elf is number 4. Elf is ranked number 4, which Elf is a great one. Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2.
Never seen
Dude,
any of
those are good.
Never seen them.
Oh, so good. Okay, do you like Mrs. Gilmore? The girl who plays Gilmore Girls. The
Oh, she's hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's in Bad Santa.
Is she
and
naked?
After you watch Bad Santa, you'll never look at the Gilmore Girls the same.
Both Gilmore Girls. Like,
true.
have you watched Mad Men or no,
Yeah.
not Mad Men, but crap. She was on Praise Be, Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah.
She was. Yeah,
She was.
So Nightmare Before Christmas.
She's hot.
Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Have you seen it?
No,
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
I was going to ask you: would that be a Christmas movie or is it a Halloween movie?
it's a Christmas
both.
movie.
I think it's both.
It's both.
Yeah,
But you watch it during Christmas.
I watch it both.
You watch it both. Yeah.
I watch it both.
What about Miracle on 34th Street?
Which one? The
I
old
don't-
one or the remake?
I like the remake. I think Tab likes. the
Look,
old
I
one.
just don't like the. I don't like the classics.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I'm not a fan of them. It's just like the audio, and then
It's not even that. I'm just not a fan of the classic, like feel good Christmas movies. I want the funny comedy Christmas movies.
yeah.
Jingle All the Way. Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger
yeah.
going after Turbo
Oh,
Man.
that's one I gotta watch. That one's funny.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
it's
That's
got
the one
Sinbad.
with Sinbad. Yeah,
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
the mailman. It's,
Gremlins.
Gremlins is a
not
Christmas.
a
movie.
Gremlins.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's based in Christmas during Christmas time.
I can't tell you the last time I saw Gremlins was.
But I watch Gremlins Halloween and Christmas.
So how about everyone else out there? Like, hopefully, when people like listen to this and they comment on our Instagram, what are your favorite Christmas movies?
Yeah, we should put a poll up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just curious. Let's
Like
put
a
a poll
stripper
up.
poll, right?
Yeah, let's put a stripper poll up on our Instagram. And you just tell us what your favorite movies are.
because there's so many. Like, we're missing a lot of movies that are out there. Like, I mean, who's to say Transformers isn't a Christmas movie?
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. Technically, Lethal Weapon could be considered, the first one could be considered a Christmas movie. Happens during Christmas time, all that joyful stuff, and they're killing people, kind of like Die Hard.
So which one of they're like, there's all these Scrooge and Christmas Carol movies, right? Which one is your favorite?
Mine.
There's like 1,000 of them.
You know, that's a good question. That's a good one. I go back to the Disney, the Mickey's Christmas Carol. I go back to that with Scrooge McDuck as Scrooge.
So I like to play off of the whole Ghost of Christmas Past and all stuff, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past.
Oh, that's a really good.
I actually really like that movie.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Whoo. A young Emma Stone.
So that's a fun play off of the whole Scrooge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched the Muppet one, which is
Muppet Christmas
That one's a
Carol?
great one. That one's really good. But I really want to watch, and it wasn't on any of the streaming outlets for free, so probably end up still paying for it. But Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Yeah, I've never
one's
seen that.
really good
So there's so many movies that was actually on that top 20 list that I had pulled up. There's so many movies that we watch every year that we rent, and I think we should just start buying
buy.
them. Yeah, digital copy.
Yeah,
Because we keep spending this. We're going to watch them, so might as well.
yeah, for sure.
But it's also that thing, like you're only going to watch it that one time a year kind of deal.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right.
But over time, I mean, digital
gonna-
copy,
it's
copies
gonna
are the
pay
way
for
to go.
itself, yeah.
Because how many times are you going to watch it during the season? Because even especially now, because people are started to like watch Christmas movies or set their lights up like in October, or like November 1st.
So
they
how
have their-
soon is too soon?
How soon is too soon?
Dude, all right. If it was left up to me, Christmas tree would go up maybe the day before Christmas Eve,
Oh, shut
and
up.
then be brought down the day after Christmas.
But what's the point? It's not easy to do that. See, like you're literally like you watch movies and it's like it's Christmas Day. Let's put up the lights. It's like, why are you doing it the day of? Like, why are you doing it right now? You're not going to be able to enjoy it for very long.
Well,
I will tell you that it's got to be at least after Thanksgiving.
It's been I'll go back to the year and how it's been. People were like, "Oh, this year's been terrible. I need my Christmas lights. I need my Christmas movies." Like now is a specific time where people have put up their stuff earlier.
I'm cool with that.
That's fine
That
with
makes
me.
sense.
If it makes people happy having those lights out, having the tree set up early, by all means do it. I mean, I'm not going to be a Grinch and be like judgy over it. Dude, I like going by
But
rolling.
normally, what is the time frame?
It's going to be I'll go with the start of November. I mean, okay, no, I take it back. After Thanksgiving.
I say after Thanksgiving. Yeah, because you still have your pumpkins. Pumpkins can last from Halloween all the way up to Thanksgiving. Like you can have that stuff out, and it's no big
So
deal.
I believe we were listening to, I think it was on It's Probably You. They brought that up, talking about just kind of like the neutral decorations.
Yeah.
And how you can transition into Christmas stuff by doing that with your pumpkins and things like that, because it does kind of all fall together. But I've seen people that as soon as Halloween's over, Christmas shit is going up.
Yep.
And I can tell you, I'm not a fan of Christmas music. And if I walk into a store like after Halloween and they got Christmas music playing, I'm probably going to turn around and leave that store.
There's only one Christmas song that I like.
Mariah Carey.
No, Christmas Time in Hollis by Run DMC.
Okay.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my jam.
Okay.
Thank you for that one.
Yeah, that was great. Whenever I was in retail, like when you're in retail, you learn to loathe Christmas songs because you're listening to them for 2 to 3 months straight, and that's all you hear.
Dude,
wonderful Christmas time.
It's like the
Best-
Oh my
same
God.
songs over and over again. But once you get out of retail, I don't mind them starting in November because I'm not listening to them nonstop. I can enjoy them a little bit more.
Best Buy, talking about like songs that ruin, like corporate ruins or whatever.
Yeah.
Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit, the cover of it. Whenever that song came out, we were working at Best Buy and it was on Best Buy radio and it played on a loop, and you're out there, and especially if you're working like a double and you end up like working 16 hours on the floor, listening to that stupid song probably 100 times in that 16 hours. Yeah. That just to this day, if that song comes on the radio, I happen to be listening to radio or I'm like streaming music, I skip it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
But, well, I feel like we're coming to an end here.
Pretty close. I think that we were going to talk about, I know that Course and Cowtown did a great job of mentioning a lot of local Fort Worth places to go shop. So I don't want to hit on that because if you want to learn about some really good Fort Worth places to go shop for Christmas, when this drops, it might be a little too late, but go check out Course and Cowtown. But I do want to talk about some cool places to check out this week, during the holidays, like that are either decked out for Christmas or things that you want to do or like to do around Christmas, like somewhere you would like to go around Fort Worth. DFW.
Where I would like to go?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Nada?
Yeah,
okay, let me give you an example.
Give me an example.
Campo Verde out in Arlington. They used to have one in Fort Worth, right? But
they got all the Christmas stuff inside.
They deck that sucker all the way out. The problem with that is around this time of year, it's like a 2-hour wait, if that. Sometimes it's longer. But when you get in there, it's beautiful. Like it's really done really well.
There was a Christmas bar pop-up thing out in Dallas that seemed kind of cool if I wanted to really see Christmas stuff. Dude, honestly, like I would be much rather just like drive through the rich neighborhoods that paid good money to put up Christmas lights.
True.
And just go look at those. And I think that's what. So I took off Thanksgiving. I took off Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Because the plan was, like I said, we were going to go to Jesse's family. That failed. So I think we might just maybe drive around and look at some lights. And so probably go hit up like the Monticello neighborhoods because they usually have great lights over there. I heard that the Granbury Town Square
I was about to say that.
Is lit up really, really well. Weatherford's Town Square is lit up pretty well too. So it'd be kind of cool just to make the drive out there and see some of that.
I know that whenever I was growing up, was it Interlochen is the place to go? Like I think you have to pay, but like you drive around and then like everything is done up.
So a little known fact that people probably don't know, and some might do. There's a little lake here in Fort Worth called Luther Lake.
Yeah.
It's over in like the Ridgely Hills neighborhood and all that. Every year, typically, the houses that are on the lake itself decorate out into the lake.
And there's a boat out there too that
usually has like lights up.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool, like kind of hidden gem of Fort Worth that just not that many people know about.
Jesse said Clear Fork also does a really good job with
all those lights.
That's true.
And you know what? Also by the Modern, all the lights up around the trees and stuff like that.
That's
good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Downtown usually does. I mean, like we're lucky to be in a city that does a beautiful tree every year. I've heard they've kind of blocked off most of Sundance Square because of what's COVID and everything. But you can still see the beautiful tree from a distance. And there's also Fort Worth is also really cool because all the buildings are lit up like in tandem, right? They're all looking the same.
Yeah.
And there's some pretty trees out by like the Pier 1 building usually. That's actually Tab and I's first date is we went to go see Christmas lights downtown.
I think they stopped
7
doing
years
that
ago.
at Pier 1 at the Pier 1 building.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
but there's still at least
there was a lot of
modern,
construction over there.
There's a bunch of like really cool lights downtown and around that area.
Like that's what I'd be more inclined to go do. There's not like anything specific that I would like place that I would want to go.
I want to go to Nickel City. I've seen a lot of people posting at Nickel City.
You talking about
Nipple City?
You said Nipple City?
Nickel City.
I think I can help with this whole Nickel City situation. Yeah.
So Nickel City has got, it looks like they've got all sorts of like cool Christmas drinks and they've got some like really cool decoration. And I still haven't been. You've been, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been yet.
Really
So
cool.
I've got to say, I've never been to Nickel City. And when we went to pick up the gift cards from Coco Shrimp and all that,
Yeah.
I hadn't been to their store yet, Coco Shrimp, and I didn't know Wishbone and Flint were right there. And I've never been to Wishbone and Flint.
Yeah, we got to check that out.
And I
soon.
haven't been to the Amber Room.
Corks and Cowtown's favorite hangout over there.
So those are some places that I'm going to have to check out. They're going to bash me for not going there. But
Yeah,
that's
I've never
fine.
been.
I've never been. I've
to the
wanted
Amber
to go.
Room. I had some like really good cocktails at the Amber Room, but I've never actually eaten at Wishbone and
So
Flint.
Robin and Barton are going to have to invite us out over there to have some drinks.
Yeah,
whatever.
and would y'all sometime this week? Can we go to Nickel City
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see
go.
about
before
that,
Christmas?
We can
that?
do Wednesday. We can go Wednesday.
Hey, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down to clown like Charlie Brown
So
There Wednesday.
cool.
downtown.
All right. Does that wrap us up? Is that good now, Tim?
I mean, it's okay.
We got a new Fort Worth lacrosse team here in the city. It's going to be a cool thing to check out.
I don't know anything about lacrosse. I literally know zero things about lacrosse, but I want to be a diehard Panther City lacrosse club
Me too.
fan.
Yeah,
I'm excited
absolutely.
about that.
All right, let's do it then. Let's
All right.
become like the official podcast of the Fort Worth lacrosse team.
Panther
Dallas.
City Lacrosse Club.
Panther City
You already
lacrosse.
screwed it up.
I did.
I hate you.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live. Thank you for listening to us. If you're on any of of the podcast. We're out there on literally everything that you can listen to on podcasts.
Sorry, we sound like robots.
Follow us on social media at the Funky Panther on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It'll do a really big favor to us if you were to subscribe or follow us on both Twitch, YouTube. So thank you. We appreciate you. Stay good out there.
Also, be sure to donate. We still have the links up for the Venmo and the Cash App for ACH in our previous live video. Please check that out and donate.
We're going to do that up until Christmas. So up until Christmas Day, if you donate to at the Funky Panther on the Cash App or Venmo, it's going to go straight to ACH Family, Child and Family Services here in Fort Worth.
After that, just go straight to us.
Yep, that's our money now. All right, I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
the Funky Panther!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.